Okay, so what's up, everyone? Welcome back to House is Fake. We got a goodie today. We're gonna go over some fantasy booking from Captain Miggy. It's
Yup.
been weighing on you pretty heavily the last couple days.
I've really been thinking about it because, well, let me say this, and I want to clip this. So the second we drop this episode, I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna clip this. The idea that I have about CM Punk and the future of CM Punk stems from Busted Open. Now, Busted Open is a huge inspiration to me, and I don't know about you, but it is a big reason why I love doing one of the big reasons why I love doing this show with you. Because Busted Open is the premier wrestling podcast, talk show podcast, whatever you want to call them. I have had Sirius Radio for I don't know, gosh, 8 years now. And the only reason I continue to buy Sirius Radio, I only listen to two stations. I listen to the alternative station, and I listen to Fight Nation. I want there
Channel
to be
156.
Yep. I want there to be a Busted Open channel. Busted Open 24/7. The fans want it. Give it to us.
Give me what I
Because
want.
it also, yeah, because it helps, it helps me in the morning on my way to work. It's a de-stressor. And I really, appreciate what everyone that they have on there has to say, which leads me to the theory that I have about CM Punk. Because they were throwing around ideas about CM Punk turning heel, becoming corporate punk. And my fantasy booking of CM Punk revolves a little bit around that. Hold on, I'm a little thirsty.
God bless you.
Um,
This is also my last one of these. I'm not stopping this, but I just don't
you
have any
just
more
ran
in the
out.
fridge.
But I've been thinking heavily about this Saudi show.
What happened?
It's
The
like,
bottle got excited.
yeah, a little
It got
bit.
excited because you've
There
probably
you go.
whispered to it. What if
It
CM Punk
did.
did this?
Um, Listen, we talked a little bit about how we were hoping CM Punk would be the voice of reason to try to get them out of this show. It's a dangerous area over there right now. We don't have to get into the specifics of why. But CM Punk has always been very vocal. He's termed it the Blood Money Show about why he doesn't want to do the Saudi Arabia shows unless it makes sense for him to do the Saudi Arabia show because you know why? TKO wants him to because he is corporate Punk. He's gonna start wearing a suit. We've seen him in suits. He's been in suit. He was just on stage the other day when he held the baby at Fanatics Fest. He was in a suit.
He looks good in
Um,
suits.
he I like this idea of him being corporate Punk and being everything he hated. He's like, and he could be like, you know what? I hated this company. I talked so much trash about this company. It's because I was going broke. I needed this company. I went to another company that offered me some money and I was playing around with kids. I came here where the adults are, where actual business gets done because I'm a businessman. I'm business punk. I am Phil freaking Brooks and I am what's best for business. And going to Saudi Arabia, as much as I was vocal about not going to Saudi Arabia, that was best for business. Being here, this is best business for me. This is best business for the TKO. This is best business for everything. Look how much money we've made since I've been back. Yada
It's
yada
pretty good.
yada. I think if CM Punk is going to go to Saudi Arabia and not make it seem like he's a sellout, he needs to be turn heel.
You think that's how you get John Cena to become a
That's how you
babyface?
get John Cena back to a babyface. He's already back to doing media scrums and media walkthroughs and doing all this other stuff. I think that's the only way back. I think that is the only way to make a Xena turn back to a face work, because that is the only way you're gonna get the fans to boo CM Punk. Because even when Punk was a heel beforehand, when he came out and he attacked The Rock and turned heel for the first time, what is that, 2013, 2012, end of 2012, early 2013, um, or whatever, 2014, something like that. When he attacked The Rock, did that whole 6 month heel run there. He was the most cheered person. He was cheered more than The Rock, I would argue. It's the only way to get the fans to cheer for John Cena over CM Punk. And it's the only way to turn Punk heel ever. Because if they send him back to being just a normal heel like he was, he's not a heel. He's not. And he's better as a heel.
Hmm.
Because even
Uh,
even when he cut the original pipe bomb, he was a heel.
right.
He was even when he left WWE with the championship, he was a heel. He is a much better heel than he is a babyface, because as a heel, he doesn't hold back.
I like the imagery of him coming out in suits, business punk. Like I like everything you're throwing down. There's one thing, and maybe you can explain it away to me. If he does this, and it has to be done, are you saying it has to be done against John Cena?
I don't know,
Like John Cena has to be the scapegoat to make Punk the heel again? Or can he
or
do this on someone like Sami Zayn?
or he needs
Insert
the
face here. And the reason I ask is because if it has to be Cena, then that means Cena's losing his title on Saturday.
or
And and what, are you gonna make him an 18-time champion?
or you have Punk lose, but the only way to make it work like that, I guess, is you don't have Xena and Punk in the main event. And honestly, I don't think it's in Saudi Arabia on a Saturday morning. I could care less about John Cena and CM Punk unless they're going to run it back at SummerSlam, which they could. But I don't think you have that be your main event if your whole entire show has been booked around the King of the Ring. I think Randy and Cody need to be the main event. And I think at the very end, CM Punk comes out and attacks Cody, and we get Cody Punk at WrestleMania, at SummerSlam. And then you get somebody else and John Cena at SummerSlam, which I don't know who else it could be other than Roman Reigns, which is very possible.
How do you even write him? Okay. Well, let's your booking is very it's raising a lot of the signals are shooting in my brain because it's making me think, which is good. But now we're talking the pay-per-view. So let's
Mhm.
transition into that a little bit because I agree. I think that I mean Cena's on the poster. So I think it's probably 50-50 if it's Cody or Cena that main events. Cena and Punk, I think you could do everything you're saying if during the match Cena has the opportunity to cheat the same way that he has been, like when he beat Cody at WrestleMania, etc., and
Yeah.
holds back because the people are cheering, like he's been starting to do. And then CM Punk wins by cheating. So you get a double turn. Or you get R-Truth coming in there and fucking up the whole situation.
And then we get
Uh
Truth and Xena at SummerSlam. Because what, that's next, right? SummerSlam is the next one after that, other than Saturday night's main event, I guess. So yeah, I guess you could you could run it back as Saturday night's main event, R-Truth and John Cena.
Love R-Truth to death. He's not SummerSlam main event with John Cena.
No,
That should not be what they do.
I honestly
But
think it's Cody John Cena at SummerSlam. But
let's I think so too. And let me throw this at you because while you were talking about who was going to main event the pay-per-view. With If it was just Cody and Randy, I expect a great wrestling match, a good-ish story, but there hasn't been a whole lot of build because it's a tournament, so I'm not expecting like cinema.
Yeah.
Unless, bro, it's Saudi Arabia. They're pulling out all the stops. Dude, I don't want to convince myself of this because it's what ruined WrestleMania for me. But what are the odds that The Rock shows up?
0.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
The only reason if SummerSlam wasn't next, I wouldn't say that. But if you need to start building something like Cody and John Cena, and you have what, a month, 2 months to do it,
Mm-hmm.
they
I
bring
think
back Goldberg, they bring back Undertaker, they brought back DX. Like, why wouldn't they pay for a Rock
I think
appearance?
that they're going to be very weary about including The Rock in plans.
If they follow through with the story, they shouldn't because he's The Rock. But that's the thing. Like, you can't have him just. Anyways, I don't want to go down the Rock rabbit trail because that's half of the shit I fucking talk about on the show because it just pisses me
It's
off
annoying.
sometimes.
The Rock is
But
annoying.
dude, let me since we're on King of the Ring, let's transition away from what we believe to be the main events or what will be the main event, one of those two matches. Gunther and Goldberg, bro. I have never had like I'm nervous to watch this. And I don't know what I'm nervous for, but I am.
I just keep imagining in my head that they book it up. Goldberg's last match, he gets in there and he breaks both of his legs within just getting into the ring because he was limping getting out of the ring the other day.
Well, yeah, I saw that. He like got out of the ring and like tweaked something
Yeah,
on his way down.
yeah,
But I mean, I just saw a clip of him. I think it was with Van Vliet or whatever. But he was talking about uh, the the Saudi show where he was going up against Undertaker. And remember, he came out of the locker room, during his entrance, how he does, and he had that bloody spot right here. He
yeah,
hyped himself up so bad that he blacked out. He doesn't remember shit about it.
yeah.
What the
And
fuck? like,
I saw the interview with him where he's like, I had 100 and like people are like, well, you didn't earn the match. You didn't earn the match. He's like, I had 100 and something match streak. I didn't 176 match win streak. I don't need to earn a title shot. I'm a Hall of Famer, yada yada yada. And then in that mind, Asuka had a 200 something match streak win. Does she ever need like why is she in the Queen of the Ring? Why does she not need it? Why doesn't she get it? Um Gunther was the UK champion for almost 1,000 days.
that's probably. No, I was gonna say that's probably as long as Goldberg was in WCW, but no,
Um
that's not true.
that's a
Maybe
good
maybe WWE the first run, but he came in. He was at
no,
least
he
in.
that's less. I would argue
Was he even
that
in it for 2 years in his
he
first
made
run?
his debut Backlash. I don't have my laptop working,
It was
but
the Raw after WrestleMania 19.
so yeah, so he made his debut at his first match
Wow,
at WWE was Backlash 2003, and his last match was WrestleMania 20 2004. So for
not
less
even a
than a
year.
year, he was in WWE in the first run.
Look, I've said it on this show before, and it's part of the name of the show. How is this fake? Like, these dudes and dudettes get super hurt every time they get in the ring, even if they get an injury, what we would consider an injury or not. Like, they put their shit on the line and they have to be flawless or else someone really does get hurt.
Yeah,
And
well,
when
we
it
could look at
and
the
when it
injury list right now.
happens, you can tell right away as a viewer. So, look, I'm not I'm not trying to talk shit on Goldberg. I'm not critiquing his, uh, capabilities of working with someone else in the ring. But Gunther's in his fucking prime, and if
Yeah.
something hinders that, I'm gonna be pissed.
And look,
It makes me nervous. What happens if he tries to jackhammer him? The same shit happens to Undertaker.
yeah, because you look at it. I mean, look at the injury list right now in general. Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, Otis. You got Kevin Owens, Ilya Dragunov,
Didn't Gable just get
Chad
hurt too?
Gable, El Cafe Grande Americano. Which I
What a
do think it
bummer.
is. I do think it is a little suspicious that Otis and Grande Americano are both injured. Maybe it is
Hmm.
Otis after all.
Same body type, I'd say,
Yeah.
but that's just me.
And that's only really just a few people. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how in conscious mind, and we were looking at like the match times, right? Like the match lengths that Goldberg has had in his second WWE run. And there's no way they're in that match for more than 10 minutes.
I so in the Triple H era and towards the end of Vinnie Mac, wrestling they started doing a lot more like cinema, right? Like
Yeah.
that was the whole Roman thing. He's like, "No, I'm leaning into the soap opera." Dude, if it's Goldberg's last match, cuz that's what this is, right?
Yeah, supposedly.
Squash that bitch.
That's
Keep him in
that'd
there
be
for
the
10
best
minutes and
way to do
just
it.
have Gunther beat the fuck out of him for 10 minutes.
But
Squash any look. Goldberg's legendary shit happened 20 years ago. Actually,
more than that.
God, 30 years.
Yeah.
28, 20, 26, 28 years ago was
Yeah.
Goldberg's best stuff. He's 60 years old. Gunther puts on great matches almost every match he has. He's your current world heavyweight champion. Decimate Goldberg. Isn't he already in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Kill him. Not really. Not really. Sorry, YouTube. But just like it's that is what they need to do.
Yeah. I
And I bet with all the Goldberg hate, sorry to cut you off, but
you're
I bet
good.
with all the Goldberg hate nowadays, if you squash Goldberg like that, you're gonna get sympathy. And Gunther's gonna be another anyways, in terms of heat.
I don't know what they do with Gunther after. Because there is nobody, I don't think there's anybody other than I honestly don't think there's anybody that can compete with him in the ring right now.
We got Seth, bro.
But I think Gunther's on a whole nother level.
I do too.
I honestly think that he might be the best wrestler in WWE right now. No crazy like
It's
spots, no
old
anything like
school.
that. What is it? What did the revival or the FTR say? No flips, just
No,
fists.
yeah.
And I think that he is um perfectly booked for the most part, except for this whole Jey Uso run. But I don't know, like I don't want to see him and Jey Uso run it back. I don't want Seth Rollins to take. I don't want to have Seth Rollins and Goldberg and Gunther.
You would want to see that with a
No,
babyface Gunther.
nope. I don't want to. I don't want to see that at all. I want Seth Rollins to have to chase. I don't want. I don't want that. I don't. I want. I.
Well,
You know what? I think like. Man, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know who I want to see him up against next.
did you catch the
Karrion
promo
Cross,
he
maybe.
cut? Well, At least that man has a match at a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Did you see Gunther
it was
his
good.
his promo on Monday? Bro, how do you not make that guy squash Goldberg?
Yeah. And the amount
Here
of
you
effort
go.
and change that that dude has put into his career in the last 2, 3 years, I honestly think he deserves to main event a SummerSlam or like a Big Four pay per view.
Well, he has before, hasn't he?
I don't know, none that was memorable enough.
No, and I like, dude, he's got the JBL thing going on. I can't find a Gunther t-shirt anywhere.
Oh, I have one.
You do? To
Hmm.
be fair, I'm not really looking for him. Is it
Yeah.
an Imperium shirt or a Gunther
No,
shirt?
no, it's what does it say? It's performing for you is like teaching Shakespeare to a dog. Is what it says.
Damn. Well, here I am thinking that he's, got no merch, but obviously you're the merch guy. I mean, I have merch too.
I got too many wrestling shirts. Probably gonna wear my
You
my
know,
stone my new Stone Cold tank top to the beach on Friday.
damn. When are you going to you're going to Newport?
Yeah.
You're just chilling with you and Lexi, or you got a
Uh
whole.
Lexi's cousins are coming to meet us on Friday at the beach. We're gonna do the whole pier or whatever. I don't even know what there is to do over there. I don't know. I've never been to Newport Beach. So and then we're going to dinner in Huntington Beach with her aunt and the rest of her family.
I was just at
We
Huntington
we
Beach a
kind of
couple
we
weeks
kind of
ago.
concluded we kind of concluded that since WrestleMania was my trip, she's getting her Friday beach day her trip, and then she's getting Saturday morning, I'm getting Saturday afternoon, and she's getting Saturday night.
Hell yeah, that sounds awesome. Well, dude, so we talked about Jay Gunther. We talked about the other probable main event, or one of the other main events, Cody and Randy Orton. I skimmed over this a little bit because I mentioned that, there's a story already there, but it's hard to expand on it because of this tournament, like,
Yeah.
setting. What do you think?
Um, I could tell you that I do not care about a single match that is taking place this Saturday.
Wow.
Not one. I don't care because I'm pissed. I'm pissed that CM Punk and John Cena are on this show when this needed to be a Big Four pay per view show or Big Four pay per view match. This needed to be the SummerSlam match. Um, and then um, Cody and Randy, same thing. They're doing SummerSlam for 2 nights this year, first time ever. Those are your two blockbuster main events. Cody and Randy, the story writes itself. Punk and Cena, the story writes itself. I do not care about seeing the fallout, like having them do those matches as the fallout for this stupid Saturday morning show. And then,
To be fair, it will
uh,
be night where it is.
what's that? It will be night where it is, yeah. And then, I could care less about Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. I don't even know if that's on this show. It could be Saturday night's main event. That's how much I paid attention to that.
No, it's Night Champions.
Okay. They threw together this um match with Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley, and we've seen that before. Jade Cargill and Asuka does not need to happen.
Bro.
It's really and it's really just a stepping stone for the to get Asuka to Io Sky to have that be your SummerSlam match. And the way WWE's booking lately, that's probably the stupid Saturday night main event match.
See, I think well, if they put Jade in the main event, I don't understand why they wouldn't just give it to her.
And I'll
Because
tell you,
and I don't think, notice, like I said earlier, no disrespect to what they can do in the ring, but Gunther, Goldberg, Asuka, Jade. I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't. I think that's going to be a little clunky.
But you know what they're not even talking about? They've made matches for Saturday night's main event. The night after Saturday night's main event is Evolution 2.
They're doing it.
Yeah,
I didn't even know they were doing it. I
that's
haven't
the
seen
problem.
anything for it.
They made one announcement for it, and that's it.
When did they make that
I'm
announcement?
pretty sure. Google it for me,
I'm
but
googling
um, yeah, I
women's
don't know.
pay per view
And they're
WWE.
bringing Vicky Guerrero back.
Oh, for what?
Real estate uh agent of the year in, I don't know, Buckeye, Arizona.
Yeah, dude. It says July 13th,
Yeah,
Atlanta, the State Farm Arena.
yeah,
Wow. Wow. When
yeah.
did they announce it?
Not a single match. And I honestly I could see that them doing Io and Asuka as the main event there too, but it's probably gonna be I don't know, probably gonna be Nikki Bella versus Chelsea Green or something.
That's gonna be a glorified house show. No disrespect to the women, but
No, it's you're not wrong, and it's not, and it has nothing to do with the women. It has everything to do with WWE's booking.
it's
And to
almost like it's
have
too much content.
that follow what is arguably, and as much as I hate to say it, arguably going to be the women's match of the year on the 12th between Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné. Um,
They gotta
because there
fucking
hasn't been
deliver.
anything else to prove to me otherwise. I well, I don't know. I did like the Mariah May Toni Storm match too. So other than that, um, I it's shameful. I hate everything about it. I hate this pay-per-view coming up. I hate Saturday's night's main event. I'm mad.
Dude, you know what? You know what might happen at this women's pay per view? What we talked about last episode. Might get a tag team match between the Scream Queens, the new name for Alexa and Charlotte, against some other tag team. I just gave them that name. I think that's
Yeah,
good.
I like it. Um,
Just a little Charlotte voodoo
but
doll hanging off the side of her
the
robe.
main problem I have with all of this booking, where are we at on time?
You got 4 minutes.
Where does the SmackDown tag team division with the Wyatt Six fit into any of it? Anything?
I don't even know who the SmackDown tag or the world. Who are they? Who is
And
it?
that's the
I
problem.
forget.
That's the
Is it the
problem. It's
Street
the
Profits?
Street Profits,
Yeah. Well,
and
maybe
that's the
if you put a
problem.
title on them like 8 years ago when they were still brand new, I would have cared more.
I think I think that the wrestlers in the Wyatt Six. We'll clip this one. I'm going to clip this one too. You ready? I think that the wrestlers in the Wyatt Six, the whole group of them, have enough capability to at least hold all of the. And you know what? It doesn't even need to be the world championships. Like, it doesn't even need to be the word, like the two, like it doesn't need to be the Xena championship. It doesn't need to be the Gunther championship, but they have the capability. You put the US championship, they have the capability to hold all of like the smaller titles, the
You
mid
want them
card
to clean
titles.
house.
Yes. You put the Intercontinental you put the Intercontinental and the US championship, because this draft doesn't matter anymore anyway, on um what's it called? Bo Dallas and Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, who has been wrestling for longer than Bo Dallas, and Dexter Loomis together in the tag team championships. Um, Alexa Bliss, SmackDown World Champion, and then you put the Intercontinental or the Women's US Championship on Nikki Cross, and you don't even you and then you never see the championships again until
You
they
gotta
have
pull
to
a
defend them.
box.
Yep, until they have to defend them. They're in some swamp, crazy place where the Wyatt Six lives, and they eat worms with the boogeyman on the side, and they leave them in the Firefly Funhouse, and we start getting
Ooh.
those segments with the normal versions of each of those people.
Maybe Boogeyman's cell phone is in there too.
Yeah,
That's another conversation. Dude, and as we wrap up here, got about a minute left. Dude, the Wyatt Six, we've said it before, their debut is one of the best debuts of all time. But
all
everything,
time.
and we thought because of how great it was that they were literally going, like, people were just going to get written off TV. It was a Wyatt Six takeover. That's what it felt like with a debut that good.
Yeah,
So if they do it right, which that spooky stuff is hard to do right, but it could be done because they had me believing at one point.
yeah. All right,
All
buddy.
right,
I
pal.
gotta go
Well,
by.
I will
I
see
gotta.
you in a couple days, and we're gonna get
Yeah,
some cool footage for the friends of the podcast. And
yeah. I
yeah,
gotta. I still gotta buy Lexi's ticket to that thing. Oh, slacking. All right, buddy. I gotta go make dinner. I will. I'll talk to you.
all right, later, everyone.